Man, what it do, man. Today, we got a really special guest in the building. Took the time to be with us today. The one, the only, Amillie. What's good, brother?
What's going on? What's going on?
Man, chilling, man. We enjoying the time, man, you know. Again, thank you for being with us here today. I know you got a busy schedule ahead of you. I know you got, hella content coming up, But for folks who don't know who Amillie is, man, give us an intro, quick intro. What it do?
I'm an artist from Brockton. I sit here, I make music. I think everything in my catalog is something that someone would enjoy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna sit there and talk a big game for no reason, but I got to, But other than that, I'm very kind, humble. I made a name for myself in my city, and I think I work hard. So I'm just someone that you should sit there and kind of keep notice of. That's all I'm gonna say.
Word up. Yeah, no, that's clean, man. Amillie, thank you for that real talk because, it just shows your genuine side, shows your authentic side, it shows that, you're really to the cheese and to the cheddar. But, biggest question I want to ask, one of the first questions, if not the first question I got to ask you is, what got you into music? Why? What inspired you, motive, your inspirations? Talk to us.
So I was like really young and I listened to music, but I didn't really care too much about it like everyone else. Like, I feel like when you make music, it's a different type of listening. But my cousin who used to rap and make music actually sat there and went to the studio and stuff like that, and he kind of showed me Lil Wayne and Drake at the time when I was pretty young, and he broke down certain verses, metaphors, and bars that made me understand a different way of listening to music other than just listening to the beat and how it rhymes, you know what I mean? So once I sat there and listened to it like that, and he made music, I fell in love with it. I wanted to sit there and develop my craft, and then I used to write poetry and just keep going from there, and then I started going to the booth, and then kind of worked itself out.
Damn. Nah, that's clean, man. That's clean. Wait, how old were you when this happened?
It's like, I was in the 6th grade, maybe. I think that's like the most I can remember. I feel like it was even younger than that, because my cousin always used to write all the time, and he had like rhymes in his like notebook that he'll sit there and kind of spit and just show me, and that kind of was like hearing that was like, oh, okay, that's how like rap works, because I didn't understand it at first. It wasn't something that I cared for. But then once he broke it down and I could hear what he's saying and how he raps, because at the time his favorite rappers was like 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks and stuff like that, but he showed me Eminem, and things of that nature, and then music just like really, I don't know, like from that point on it just transitioned for me, and then kept going from there.
Damn.
Yeah, around there.
Yo, no, that's clean. And you mentioned Drake and Lil Wayne. Is it fair to say for the audience? Is it fair to say those are your biggest
1A, 1B.
1A, 1B? Goddamn, there's no which one's better. It's like 1A, 1B.
1A, 1B. Yeah.
So I gotta see. When you say that, I gotta ask you then straight. Like, would you say those are like your goats for music? Can I go as far as saying that?
Yeah. Yeah. They solidified themselves in like rap. That's my like. There's like a legendary top 5 I got, and then a top 5 that I got in terms of like how I make music and like want to listen to and stuff like that. But yeah, they're up there regardless on both categories.
Got it. So they're in your Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, absolutely.
God.
Lil Wayne's the reason why like other rap artists came out and rap the way that they do. Like he's like similar to Steph Curry, if that makes sense. You know how like the game transition?
Yeah.
And then Drake is just all around just a fucking animal, like in my opinion, even though he had help, but
yeah.
I don't know, that's a tough opinion for most people.
Nah, what you say is true because, especially last summer, Drake, was first time, honestly, this is first time in a while, not first time in a while, but first time in his career that he's got chewed up, and by a formidable foe of Kendrick. Yeah. So it's fair to say, like, regardless of all that, you still give him Drake his big flowers, like, he on.
Yeah, nah, in that battle, I felt like he kind of held himself. It's just how the media works and everything, plus the situation, but Kendrick did his thing. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I mean. A win's a win, like you know what I mean. But he still snapped. I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like it's overlooked a little bit.
Word.
Yeah.
That's clean. Now, pivoting towards, your career, your musical journey, what would you say was your biggest obstacles when getting into it and then continuing from when you started?
Just genuine people, I guess, and like location wise, because I feel like online when you sit there and do certain things, people reach out and you don't know what's real or not. It could, of course, it's like fake, but some people would sit there and want to reach out and help, and you're kind of wasting their time and you're wasting your time as well too. Sometimes even money, but that, and then location wise, I feel like here it's a dogfight. Everyone is in a race trying to be out there, be the best, be the one, and like without sitting here and collaborating and connecting with other people, I don't think this will sit here and evolve, because I feel like this area here is not only a melting pot, but we understand music, we get it faster than everybody else. We understand like what's hot, what's next. I feel like like that just transit. Music is just too quick here in this area. Like we understand Chicago, New York, LA music, African music. It just happens. It just makes sense quick. And I don't know why people sit here and just zone out and focus in their own lane. It kind of makes sense, but it's always good to collaborate. And once that kind of happens, I feel like that's what would help. But that's what stopped me.
Shoot. Okay. So I kind of want to touch base on what you said about like how it's fast here.
Yeah.
Now, for clarification, help me understand you a little further.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mean like it's we don't have our own identity, or is it just more so along the lines of like when we collaborate, instead of collaborating, we're just competing with one another, so that way it kind of messes up the chance for us to define exactly who we are, whether we're in Boston or Brockton or Worcester or just Massachusetts in general.
Say it one more time.
So
No, go ahead.
So basically, what I'm trying to ask you is, do you think the lack of collaboration is affecting our ability to identify exactly what is the Boston sound? Just because it's like a revolving door. We're always in and out. We're competing with one another instead of collaborating like other places, like you mentioned, like the New Yorks, the Calis, the Atlantas, things like that.
I feel like that's kind of stopping us. I feel like there's too many good artists here that would blow up, but that's not kind of happening due to the fact that I feel like we're not collaborating and helping each other out, because that would sit there and make more people listen, more people be around the surrounding area and create a culture here. And I think that's the biggest issue. I feel like we kind of look towards other areas to make that culture happen, and once we sit here and build it here, then we could be that one zone. It wouldn't be too much, you know what I mean? Because those ones are kind of solidified, but it could be one that could actually happen, like Detroit and everything. Like, it was a thing, but it was very quiet for a little while, and now it's back again and becoming a huge noticeable thing right now. So Boston could do the same thing and kind of work around that sound, even though that we kind of sound similar to other places, but it's a different sound. I think it would work.
Nah, I agree. What you're saying is true. I mean, there's a question that kind of been getting passed around sort of for a minute now, because, Boston, despite it being small, is very much considered like a major city, especially in the States. And, do you think there's a one-size-fits-all solution to that? Or what do you specifically think needs to happen for Boston artists to actually, collaborate with one another and exist, coherently, so that way everyone can get a piece of the pie, everyone get a piece of the cheese, and so on and so forth?
I don't know. It's tough, because the game is kind of different now too. It's a mix of both. Like, the music is too difficult to sit there and kind of function and do with other different people, because it's expensive. Music videos is expensive. Finding time to do it is expensive. To get people first off on the same page is kind of difficult. To do what you want to do is kind of difficult. To find the vision is difficult. Time and money and effort. So that's one half of it, and then the other half is people responding. They probably think that you have to go above and beyond, and some things, you know what I mean. It's a business. You got to pay them as well too, and like having money for both of those sides is a little difficult to sit there and kind of work and function with. But if you find people that want to do it out the sheer fact that you're making good, talented music, and you want to be someone who works hard and continues to do it, and they see the consistency, I think that's what kind of would build that up. But until that's kind of noticed, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Damn. Now you speak of volumes, man, and bro. We say it's true, man, because
I'm not
that's
gonna
the
lie.
whole thing. Folks gotta be willing to collaborate while keeping in mind it's like you said, it's still a business, but it's like two things can exist. It can still be a business, and folks can still collaborate and stay on their creative journey
Exactly.
without losing themselves to the bread or without beefing over nothing and all this other stuff. On the subject of collaboration, I have to ask this too. And I'm curious because I was peeping your music earlier, and even when Pete was telling me about it, is there a specific artist or a group of artists that you wouldn't mind collaborating with, whether in the Boston area, Worcester area, Brockton area, Fall River, like in Massachusetts? Is there anyone that you could, even on set right now, camera, you could be like, yo, like let's work together, like let's make a joint single, joint EP, album, whatever the case. Someone that comes to mind out the gate.
Someone who's hard as hell that I still kind of notice, but I know it probably wouldn't work out for me, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. Dutchy Do Bad is kind of tough. I feel like in the Boston area, I feel like that would be kind of different if we sat there and worked on something at least. Who else? Either Flies from even Brockton. I've tried to reach out and all that stuff, but at the time his hype was definitely he's still going, but. Something like that as well too. I felt like mine and his sound kind of work as well. Other than that, I need to be more tapped in. Like I've definitely heard people, but I need to find more of a range. Because there's a lot of people who start and stop, but I see a lot of people who I do definitely want to work with. Even Kari, like I don't know if people heard of him, but he's hard too. He's from I don't know where he's from, but he's from around the area.
Clean.
Brockton.
I got, you mentioned Brockton, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think D Flies is from Brockton too.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I mean, I gotta ask you, I know we were talking a little earlier, you mentioned that, you're from Brockton, I was peeping your page. Tell us a little more for the viewers, like, what was it like coming up there, in your personal life, as well as, of course, musically, and what have you taken from being in that environment, that you apply every day in the future and whatnot?
It was alright. It wasn't too bad. It's not like I'm sitting here gangbanging or something. Like I'm not saying violating, but it's been smooth. It's not regular. I just know like from a young kid, like seeing my parents and everything like that, I just had to sit there and understand what sacrifice and survival is, kind of, because they had to work hard to get where they came from. Because I'm technically like, would it be considered first generation, like saying you're being born here?
Yeah.
Or second, yeah, so I'm first generation. So to sit there and have that transition when they came here, couldn't even speak English like that. So my dad kind of did, but my mom didn't. So then I had to learn for them and then kind of correct them. Going through school and stuff like that. And then being the oldest, I got siblings as well too. So, but the transition from Brockton, like, ain't nothing crazy. It's a little boring. Like, everybody kind of Brockton to see what's going on, but then we kind of move on and find out where else we can go to. Like, it's a city. Like, they got stuff going on, but ain't nothing crazy.
Yeah, that's respect. Nah, I hear that. I mean, when you said it was boring, I'm not from Brockton myself, but I know folks say it's active in a good way. Like there's a lot of talent there. There's a lot of people who got a lot of things going on in a great way.
Oh, in terms of that, yeah, definitely. There's a lot of artists and people for sure.
Yeah.
I was just saying in terms of like if you want to go find something to do, like,
Oh,
you have to go drive somewhere else. Yeah, there ain't much over there. You can go find some food real quick. Go grab a bite. That's about it.
Okay, I hear that. Now, I want to say big ups, big congrats. Your recent project, Hard at Love, just dropped back in, I think you said it was March, that just dropped.
Yeah.
And you dropped a video or not.
Yeah.
Talk us through that journey. What was it like making the tape? Do you think it's the best you produced? Is there things that when you look back you would do differently? Just walk us through that whole thing.
Yeah, so tape I kind of curated to sit there and showcase. First of all, like based on all my other projects, I've had like a decent amount of features, I guess, and it was very short in terms of my sound. So I wanted to sit here and have a lot of my sound of variety. And then to create that, it took some time. Like a lot of those songs there were from different points and times in my life, but it kind of makes sense within this variation of the tape, Hard at Love, because it's a variation of things like relationships and my music and work and all that stuff. That's everything that I love and I'm working hard at. So that's why I sat there and I named the tape Hard at Love. So there's different like based on the tracks, when you sit there and listen and go through it, kind of explains different things and aspects of that. And I kind of wanted to curate it like that. And I know it seemed like it was random, but it flows a little bit. But like it definitely should sit there and sound that type of way when you sit there and hear it after that explanation. So
that's clean.
The tape, yeah. Took a little time to curate, and I wanted to make sure that this rollout was something that like people noticed, and I worked hard on it, and I wanted to show that I'm still going, because I know I release music very short. I mean, within long spans of time. So I wanted to sit here and drop this, show everyone that it's just me, and then continue going and drop as much music after. So there's definitely gonna be more things coming soon.
Word. Now I'm glad to hear that, because high key, that's one thing I think Mass does, and I don't mean to say it in a rude way, but poorly compared to like other major cities, is that, you know, there's a lot of talent and we drop, and then, you know, like you said, you know, we kind of space it out. So after a little bit, people are gonna, you know, they might kind of, the memory of it, the sound of the music, whatever, the artist might drift off a bit. But just the fact that, you know, you're staying on top of it and you're not taking your foot off the gas, that goes a long way for your fan base and for folks who are just being introduced to you off this tape or even singles and videos alone. So that's a testament to your will. That's a testament to what you got going on and what you want to, you know, put out there. You know, with that said, you know, I mentioned talking me through the Orna video and the single.
Oh yeah.
Like I peeped and I messed with it. I think he was on the correct me if I'm wrong, he was on the Zakum Bridge. I think
it was around that area.
Yeah. I mean, talk us through that, because that was tight when the text was showing up on the floor and everything. And yo, just talk us through that, because I was peeping. I was like, yo, that vision, I see it, man.
So,
I see it.
I definitely was in Boston. I wasn't exactly on the bridge, but I definitely had it in the background and everything. I was at Lynch's skate park actually, so and they have a bridge within that area, and the shots and everything. Shout out to Virtue. Virtue's the one who sat there and took the shots and everything. It was fire. I was there for a couple of hours trying to get that working out, and then I wanted to make it eventful. I wanted to make it visual, and I wanted to make this video something better than anything that I've ever done. And I know I'm like, when it comes to the visuals, I'm a little like shy. I feel like I need to work on it a little more. But in terms of that, like that visual is hard, and I feel like it came out the way that I exactly wanted it to go. So
that's clean. Yeah, moving with intention, man.
exactly.
And you know what's funny? You're telling me you're shy. You don't come across as someone who's shy. I'm telling you, man. I can feel the aura. It's like you aura farming or something. I'm telling you, man. You know what I'm saying? So now kudos too, because again, I was watching it a few times at least before pulling up, and I was like, nah, man, you did your thing, man. I will be like, damn, I wish I kind of did that video, man. No joke, man.
Appreciate it.
Shit, no cap, man.
Work hard on that.
Yeah, yo, we're talking. You know, I want to switch gears real quick. Like, I peeped. There's a special feature artist on the song "Mama Cry." Draco, man. How did that track come about? You know, Lincoln Draco. Tell us your experience with that.
So I ended up. It's funny. Like I saw one of his ads like years back on Instagram, and I heard a sound, and it was hard to me. And once I heard it, I knew like he's taking off. Like I feel like I have one of those like A&R ears, because this is not the first time I've heard certain people, and I feel like they can go with their sound, but maybe they don't provide enough money or effort, or something falls or collapse, or like within their life, you know, you never know. But I've heard it and I know that yeah, you can go, you're taking off, and I've seen like certain areas where their music kind of blows up where it makes sense. So with him, I saw that, I wanted to work with him, and I knew in my mind I needed to work with him, and I provided some time to do so. I found a beat, I hit him up. I wanted to see what's up. From there, we kind of worked on it. Once I went to the studio, but it took me some time. I found the beat, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do, but I was holding off on that. Like, I hit him, and it took me maybe 4 months or something like that to hit him back up on that. Maybe even longer, I don't know, but I was violating on the time. Like, it was to the point where it was stressing me out, so I really had to, like, go to the studio and bang it out. And when I did, I knew the flow I wanted to do, but I just freestyled it a little bit. Like, I wrote it, but I had nothing. I just had the flow. And then I started snapping. And then once I heard it after that, I was like, yeah, this is gonna work. I sent it to him. I think the following day or maybe a couple hours later, he sent it back to me, all done. And then, like, from there, I knew it was a hit. It was fire. Yeah.
Yo, that's nuts. So within less than a day's time, he got back to you and you was like, you already knew out the gate, like, yeah, it's up.
Yeah, I heard it and I was like, yeah, it's clean.
Damn. Yo, that's tight.
That's quick, yeah.
That's cold, man. That's cold. Oh, man. Kind of going back to your tape real quick. I should have asked this before going to the Draco thing, but I'm going to ask you now. Your favorite track on your tape? The recent one's Hard at Love. And we was bumping it just now. That thing is tough, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Clean. I was dancing to that thing, man. Shoot. Goddamn.
Damn. It's crazy because every song on there is my favorite for a reason. That's why I sat there and kind of put it on there. Like, for example, I know that it's kind of like the first song, Nobody Can Touch Me. I felt like I kind of snapped on that for sure. Like, my pen on it is crazy. I would consider, at the time, it was one of my favorite songs. But it's really one of my favorites because I worked with someone who's worked with major artists, like J. Cole, for example, who made the beat. Various other people. Like, I can, like, that Dreamville, like, whole list and all that. I can keep going. But, like, pretty much, yeah, like, Villa, fire. And, like, that would be considered one of my favorites because I worked with, like, someone within the industry on that. Draco for sure because he was an artist that I became a fan of, that I hit him out on, and then I got that. But actually, yeah, like, every song is my favorite for a reason. But if I could sit there and say, like, which one that I would bump without skipping for sure would be Ooh. Like, I when I sat there and I went to the studio and I left with that, I was like, yeah, this is definitely a hit, like, for sure. So yeah, probably that one.
That's clean. That's clean. Yo, I mean, that's crazy. You said, like, that's no doubt. That's like a no skip. Like, you bump it continuously type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I try to make it work like that.
Yo, if there's
even or not, like, that's why I wanted a video for that one. I took my time writing that one to make sure it was good, and that's one of my boys who actually made the beat as well. So
yeah. Oh man, and that's clean. I peeped like this was just your recent tape, and then like, what can we expect moving forward? Like, have we got another tape to see it coming, or?
Yeah, definitely got more singles in the tape. I was thinking about, like, even dropping maybe, I know that'd be, like, ridiculous for an artist like me because even though I got a little name for myself, still not nothing crazy. So to drop a deluxe of Hard at Love would be wild. But thinking about Hard at Love too, like Hard to Love, like, maybe thinking about, like, to sit there and name it that. Or but definitely more features, more singles, and definitely a crazier tape. I want to sit there and maybe work on more different sounds. It's about to be summertime, so hopefully I sit there and get a rhythm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll see what's up.
Damn, I mean, okay, I gotta ask you further now. I mean, what kind of sounds you feel in the summertime, man? Let us know.
I don't know. Like, it depends on what people send me. Like, when I sit there and I hear that and the feeling that I have at that point in time, start writing, see what's going on.
Word, yeah. Now, for folks who don't know, man, represent, man. What ancestry? Where you come from, man?
I'm Haitian, man. I'm Haitian, yeah.
Haitian.
Yeah.
Nets, up from son.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I was born here, though.
Respect.
Yeah.
That's clean. Yeah. Now, I got to ask you, like, what about the culture influenced you in the way in which you deliver your sound, if it influenced you at all?
Yeah, because Haitians love music. Yeah, my dad was always bumping Haitian music all the time. And Like at first, like when I was younger, I didn't really like sit there and care for it because like even when I sat there and went to school, I didn't like when I was a kid, I didn't understand like I was Haitian and foreign. Like I was like going to school, like everyone else speaking English and all that stuff. Like I knew I was a different nationality, but sit there and have different people. I was like, what the hell? Like what's going on? And then my parents couldn't even speak English, and that was something I was learning. So like I kind of wanted to sit there and gravitate towards that, but after growing up and understanding and learning, yeah, now that Haitian culture is fire. Like the music's fire. The beats and sound helped me sit there and even want to listen to even more cultural music, but like that ranges from like Caribbean music to African music to classical music to jazz music, like all things. So.
Yeah, no, that's big time. And then kudos to you, man, because especially what's going on in Haiti and what's been going on.
Yeah.
The fact that you're doing this and folks, know or are now knowing that you're Haitian or have Haitian ancestry, it goes a long way because it's like you without even trying, effortlessly you're just a role model. You let folks know like, yo, like anything's possible. If folks thought you couldn't do anything because why you see you're Haitian, nah, you're an example right here. So big kudos, big ups to you, man. Much respect, man. No joke.
Appreciate it.
Man, I mean, yeah, I brought up hate. I gotta ask you. There's a lot going on in the world, man, and there's a lot even beyond Haiti. Like, but also with that in mind, like, what's your thoughts on like the deportation situation, and even like what the guy in the house doing? what you think? What's your thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, nah, he's making everything crash. Nah, this is wild. I don't know. I feel like crash on the market, and it's only for the limited amount of time that Trump is here. He's gonna make a lot of things change and be different. But I still look at it as an opportunity to sit there and kind of work on. Like if you need to learn stocks, sit there and kind of save up, see what's the right time to sit there and invest in something, because something's about to blow pretty soon. So just kind of work on it. In terms of the deportation, that shit is actually crazy. Like watching people sit there and get picked up from cars or like walking home from school and all that stuff and having to leave. That is kind of wild. I think backtracking on something like that is kind of unbelievable. I think certain things make sense, but not to that degree. Like that is unbelievable. Like I don't know, but I don't know. Right now, it's a crazy time, but it's always a crazy time. It just depends who's sitting there and in front of it.
Yeah. Now, what you're saying is true. Yeah, definitely a wild time indeed, man. It's like unpredictable. Yeah. But something you slightly said low key, or not even slightly, like you said though, is that it's almost like it's a time now more than ever that you can what am I trying to say? You could like work on yourself and you could do good. It's almost like tough times make tougher people.
Exactly.
And then so it's like now more than ever, you brought up the market crashing. Yeah. Now it's like if you wasn't into that,
exactly.
Get tapped in.
You see that, definitely understand what's going on and see how you can get in where you fit in to kind of make money on that. Because there's gonna be like where there's a crash, there'll be a fix. Like insurance happens, Yeah. And they're gonna try to boost certain situations. It depends. Everyone's gonna get back to a certain level.
Nah, what you saying is true. It's true. Yeah, it's like everything's full circle.
And yeah, history repeats itself several times over. So
yeah, no, it's true. You mentioned market crashing and learning that. Are you yourself into the market right now?
I dabble a little bit. I try to learn here and there. Definitely trying to make money off of that. Passive income is the best income.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to learn. So,
yeah. For your fans, man, you got any tidbits like any stocks or cryptos?
Don't listen to me. I don't know. I'm not that crazy on a guru. I'm just trying to sit here and learn the news, follow it a little bit. I think that's like the best thing I could sit there and give. But try to find the things that you kind of buy the most. That's what I've learned as well too. Sit there and invest in the things that you sit there and you see would have longevity. What you buy the most, what you use the most, what you work on the most, stuff like that. And then from there, just have patience. A lot of people expect quick money. Just have patience.
Nah, big time. What you saying is true, and I ain't gonna front to y'all like I'm guilty. I I had my moments in 2020 and 2021, the cryptos, and especially stock Robinhood.
Yeah.
Shout out Robinhood, bro.
Bro.
At the same time,
Yeah.
man.
You know how many people I know who made money off of fucking GameStop, bro? Like, what? What?
Yo.
What?
You know, it didn't make sense. There was one point, I ain't gonna front to y'all, I was on that Dogecoin wave, right? Outside GameStop, I was on that Dogecoin wave, and you literally watching your account like increasing, going up, going down, but increasing. It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
And you know, man, I already know you hip. Like it was a wild time, but it was a great time. You know, but I want to go back to hip hop and rap real quick with you.
Okay.
What would you say what would you do with your biggest rap check? Let's just say a couple M's. What's the first thing you're buying and doing in that world when that happens? Not if, but when that happens.
Damn. Well, I think the first way and the smartest way is try to invest in some type of way to get an income back from that. Because, you know, no one gives out money for free. So you gotta sit there and pay that back for sure. But then I know people start off with buying a crib or something like that, but it wouldn't make sense until you make like a really good amount of money. So, and then at that time, I'd probably be hot and on the move, so it wouldn't make sense. Damn, what would be the first thing I would buy? Because even a car, like, why would that matter? I'm always on the move. Something would probably benefit the music, so it would probably be like something with recording, like as I'm going places, or damn, if I had a couple M's. Nah, if it made sense, like if I had a couple M's, what would I buy? Let me just make it make sense.
Yeah.
I'd love to make a home studio. If I had a couple M's, I'd love to make a home studio where I could sit there and record, have an engineer come, and then it'd be smooth. Damn. That's what I would do.
Yeah. So that's good. You good head on your shoulders. You trying to focus on just extending that bag and not letting it run dry like the, you know. So that means it's fair to say, no.
After investing, of course. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No. Dare I say no strip clubs, no balling out, no private jets. You mentioned no cars, no crib. That's smart. None of that crazy stuff, man.
Until I get a crazy bag,
What's a crazy bag for you?
What's a crazy bag for me?
What would it take for you to? What kind of bag would it take for you to get to that I'm about to blow an M?
Damn, blow an M. If I had 100 M's, I could blow an M.
100 M.
Yeah, if I had 80 mil, I could blow an M. So between like, cause 50, I feel like is smooth, but it's a low number. I feel like you could look at that and blow that mad quick still. Not OD, but you could sit there and really make that not work out really quick if you're stupid.
But definitely a 100 M mark,
like 100 M's is smooth. I feel like you can't do wrong with 100 M's.
Yeah, now you're not wrong about that. Even if you splurge on some nasty work, like you know what I'm saying?
You can get a nasty car, a good house, still live off that a little bit.
That's clean. I mean, with that M, I would imagine you probably. Oh, my fault. Yeah, my fault. I'm trying to hold my shit back. My bad.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. It's dude.
As soon as niggas start dying, you gotta start dying.
My bad. I gotta get back. Can't do it real quick. My bad.
No, you good.
Word. Yo, man.
Sorry.
Ah, man.
You need a shot?
Yeah, shit, I didn't even drink my thing yet, man. Just a little bit. That's good. That's all good. You getting more? Yeah, you might as well, because I couldn't even go. I had to let that laugh out. Now I ain't go front because Paul was before me even asked the strip club question, I was like,
Yo, I'm sorry. Y'all can
Nah, I'm straight, nigga.
no,
I'm
good,
no
good.
straight, nigga.
Okay.
it's good, straight like that, man.
I like it straight.
Yeah, that's good.
It's straight, and I'm chasing it with this. No bullshit.
Yeah, no joke. So yeah, that's clean, man. Like, so you mentioned a couple M's. It'll be 100 mil for you. That would that do the trick. Not 50, not anything less.
But that's like on the like insane number. You know what I mean? Like if I got signed first time, I don't know what number it would be. Like I don't want to sit there and say something crazy, but like something decent would work. You know?
Yeah. Word. So
Like I'm worth a couple M's.
couple M's. Know your worth. I agree with that notion. Like, and like you said, a couple M's, it'd be 100 M's, it'd be 200 M's. Name your price, someone gonna pay regardless. Now I want to ask like tour situation, because you're consistent with it. Dropped a project in 2023, been dropping singles and EPs. Last year you dropped a recent a tape back in March. Should we be expecting like a tour coming up this year or next calendar year? What's that looking like?
Never really went on tour. I definitely traveled a couple of times. I plan on going to Atlanta. That's where I have like connections, and there's several venues that I can sit there and perform at. So I'm trying to do that there and in North Carolina. So those are the two places I'm going to travel to soon, and then I'm going to sit there and see if I can work that out.
How did you mentioned, of course, Atlanta and North Carolina. How did you end up building those connections in those specific regions?
So I have a management team, and one of them lives in Atlanta, and that's where like they're kind of building my name and trying to make it work and see like where I can sit there and perform. North Carolina, someone within my management team, someone who knows, one of them sits there and invites me to certain showcases as well too. And if I sit there and go towards them, because those kind of showcases really do show you out. A lot of people do sit there and perform and kind of get big from there and show their name. So I want to sit there and do something like that as well too.
That's clean. That's clean. I like that. Yeah, that's the biggest thing I feel like. And correct me if I'm wrong with artists. Like outside of just dropping, online, is when you show yourself in the tours and in these venues and put yourself out there. That goes a long way, because now folks are gonna be like, oh, okay, they can put they now it's like, okay, this person's a real person. He's not just like dropping and then not taking it serious. Like it shows your commitment and dedication to the work and the craft. I don't think I asked you this earlier. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know I asked you about MA artists and producers and such and such. Is there a mainstream artist like out there in the perfect scenario that if you could work with right now and they'd be like, yo, what's up? Let's get something going that you could you work with, even a single EP, album, joint tape, whatever the case. Like who would it be, or and or why?
I feel like the easy question is Drake, so I'm gonna go out the way and say something else. But it all depends on the song that I would make, or who I would sit there and work on the stream. Probably Future.
Ooh, Future.
Yeah.
Is there a specific reason why Future, like you, out of all the big time artists out there in the world, Future, like?
Oh no, because Future, I feel like he also created like a sound. Like he is trap. Like when you think of trap music, you think Future off. Like he's got
Off the gate.
Yeah. So even though he didn't create it, he's probably like the main one that you can sit there and think like, yeah, nah, he definitely took that shit, put it on his back, ran with it to the point where it became a vest, and now that's what he wears. Like it's a force. If not him though, then Baby. I know Baby has a lot of features too, but I feel like me and him was sliding something crazy because of my sound. I feel like that'd be hard. But yeah, them two.
It's clean.
And even Roddy, because I feel like a lot of people compare me to him. Tory Lanez.
Free Tory.
Yeah, I mean that situation, but yeah, Tory would be hard too.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good amount of names you mentioned, and they're hard, man. No joke about that. Is in like, okay, if you could see the future, some way somehow, where do you imagine yourself? Best case scenario, in like 3 years time, like life, music, like everything considered. 3 years from now.
In a condo, no, at a studio for like 12 hours, and I'm just running through beats, and I can sit, and it's like provided time that I have, so it's not crazy, and I'm just making music, so I just make a hit after hit, or just a banger, something like that. Or I could, even if it's a hook and verse or something like that, or just a hook, I just have anything that I made right then and there, I enjoyed, I liked, I made sure that it was perfect, I can go back and listen to, and then I can work on the next day or give out to someone else as a feature or something like that. So in 3 years, something like that. I picture myself in a studio doing something like that when I'm done. I go out to eat at a nice restaurant, grab some steak or something like that. Then go into a condo or something. Yeah.
Sheesh, that's clean. Respect though, man, cause I ain't gonna front. I thought you wasn't gonna keep it PG with the response, but you did, You did.
Yeah, I feel you.
Respect, big respect, man. Nah, respect.
I just feel myself working hard. I just want to sit there and make money.
That's
I feel
it.
like that's what's my goal right now. Until I feel satisfied with the amount of money I make, that's all I'm thinking about. So.
Nah, big respect. Yeah, that's a good head on your shoulder, man. That's what it is, because you already know the nature of the beast, man. These artists, man, when they get their first M, even if it's not M, they're like half an M. They on some different type of time, but thankfully, regardless M or not, you just focus on getting, the product out there, and then just putting on for your family, putting on for your brand, and doing what you need to do to just put on in general. I'm trying to think. There was something that, that's what I wanted to ask you.
What's up?
I didn't properly ask you earlier, and I just want your opinion, because me personally, I guess I'll loosely call myself a sucker for beats. So who do you think, I want you to respond for MA as well as just in the world, the coldest beat producers, whether it's your top 5 dead or alive or just maybe one, who's the coldest beats? Like if you get beats from this person, from MA my bad.
Damn,
you know what I'm saying?
I want to be from 40. That would be top 4 Wonder or something like that.
Yeah.
From MA. My boy Kill Him. Like he's the one who made Or Nah. I feel like if I got another beat from him, like he's from MA, that'd be tough. Like he makes some heavy hitters. That's definitely up there too. Dead or Alive. Damn. Had some real good people I work with from, man. Ayo Zach's hard. He's a dude from Philly that I ended up linking up with. He sent me beats and this shit's crazy. Who else? I don't know. Yeah, but I think right there that's like a good little list. I'm trying to think of a little more, but Murder Beats. London on the track would be crazy too. He's kind of having a little comeback right now.
Facts.
That'd be hard. 808 Mafia would be crazy too.
Yeah.
Just like the big names that you know. Oh, Turbo.
Thank you. I ain't even something like that.
Turbo? Nah, no cap. What am I saying? Because I feel like I got some little like Atlantis like sauce. So like Turbo or even freaking what's the other one? Damn. Why am I being wild on this? From Atlanta.
Damn. I'm thinking Criminal Run. Zato? Is Zato from Atlanta? Or nah,
Zato would be hard too, but nah.
Metro? Nah, that's too easy.
Not Metro. Wheezy.
Yeah, my fault. I forgot. Yeah. Oh, shit. I thought you were going to say Mexico.
Yeah,
Mexico Dro. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, Wheezy or Turbo would be crazy.
clean, man. I ain't go for. I was waiting for the drop on Rizzo or Alchemist or Kanye.
Okay, I feel you. Alchemist would be crazy too, but I feel like my boom bap like rap has to sit there and work a little more. I don't have the voice for it, so I feel like that's something that as soon as I age a little more, I'll probably work on.
Oh,
but
yeah.
as of right now, like I try to just sit there and get some sauce.
Sauce, respect, man. I
Yeah.
feel it.
I can do it though, but I feel like it's a voice thing.
It's a okay. The voice thing, okay. You mentioned age though. You mentioned you think it's also an age thing.
It's not an age thing. I just feel like as I get older, I probably have more raspiness, more like age and depth within my vocal cords. It's not an age thing. I just think it's a voice thing.
Voice thing.
Like I think Drake's voice sounds good on any type of beat. You know what I mean? And then like most boom bap beats, like some people have bass.
Yeah.
And I don't think I had that bass for it. Like I don't know. So.
That raspy, that bass. Nah, I understand what you mean. Yeah, when you think of boom bap, you think of like
Ice Cube,
DMX, Ghostface Killer,
yeah.
not Scarface.
even J. Cole.
Yeah, even to some degree J. Cole.
Yeah, some degree.
Action Bronson, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Some raspy or deep voice, and I just
No, Kizzy though, you could definitely pull it off if you really.
Yeah, if I try, yeah.
I
I don't know, but my boy KG and Philly are nasty, and they got deeper voices than me, so I feel like I don't know, one of them could probably snap or something like. I could snap too, but
you could. Oh, of course.
It depends. It depends on the beat, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's definitely true. Yeah, when I think be thinking of like them boom baps, I ain't gonna front. I be thinking of like what's his name, the OG's Freeway, and what's his name, Beanie Siegel. And them folks. You already know the situation with them, man. They definitely on time.
Nah, they were going crazy. Everybody had a time. That's why I like music, but I hate how it's only a time.
Yeah, no, big time, of course.
I wish longevity was like a big thing where they showcase everyone's talent.
Yeah.
Not just a moment in time, and hopefully people sit there and gravitate to, which you want, you know what I mean? You want to, whole society can sit there and kind of gravitate towards you to a degree, but everyone in like, it's only more 15 minutes of fame.
15 minutes. Now you're not wrong about that. Yeah, it comes and goes. It's like a revolving door, especially with at least the landscape we're in right now. Being in the 21st century, like everything's fast paced. Like the attention spans is short. Like look at someone like I won't even bring up, and no disrespect to her, it's like Ice Spice.
But starting young makes sense because if you sit there and you kind of start late, that window is only that much shorter.
Yeah, because hip hop is for the young folks.
Yeah,
like younger than us. Yeah, they don't want to control the culture and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, now I kind of want to pivot real quick. I want to be like, is there anyone in particular right now that you want to like, while you're on set, you want to shout out? You want to give a special shout out to?
Boy. My boy PJ, man. My boy sat here sliding over here. He brought me over here to be honest. Sit here and do this little video and all that stuff. We also recorded together and all that. We got music on the way. That's definitely a tape that we gotta make. I know I sat there and I didn't even bring that up, but like he already knows. We had that conversation on the way here.
Some shit in stock.
Yeah, we got some shit that's definitely supposed to happen. Y'all definitely gonna sit there and see that soon. Yeah, even if you don't drop it as sooner or later it's gonna be on the tape somewhere where I drop it. So, see what's up.
Alright, that's clean. Yeah, and man, to wrap things up, man. Honestly,
and then shout out you even for like sitting here and doing this little situation right here with me and sitting here and doing this interview. So I appreciate it.
I appreciate you for your pulling up. Real talk. Because
anytime.
I know you're a busy guy. You got a lot going on. You're an adult. You got your own life. You feel me? So like, just the fact that you take a time in the evening. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that big time.
Anytime, bro.
So like, where can people follow you at? Like, where can people find you?
Instagram, Amillie_official. I think that's the same thing on SoundCloud. And then you can find my music at Amillie. I think some places like YouTube might be _official, but Amillie should be my name. It should be everywhere. Like it's definitely me. You can't miss it. My face is right there. And once you hear my music, I promise you, there's something in my catalog that you will like. Don't fucking play with me, man. Don't fucking play with me. Alright? Play my shit.
Yes, sir. Yo, Millie, thank you again for pulling up, man. There's a million in the building, man. Thank you again, man. Y'all better stay tuned with Millie, man.
Appreciate
He
it,
on
man.
all platforms.
Thank
You
you.
found Apple
Thank you.
Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, you
Yeah.
name it, man. You recognize the face, you recognize the sound.
You
We
too.
out here, man.
Of course.